Hello and welcome to traders and investors. I'm glad to present to you the cryptocurrency market review presented by analysts and experts from fx.co portal. Here we go. Bitcoin has been in kind of an upward move for about a month and a half, which in practice is a correction. The liquidity pool below remains untouched, and the price is 90% likely to move toward it. On the 4-hour time frame, it is clear that the price has returned to the sideways channel. Thus, our view remains unchanged. The downward is not over. The market is in a pause. Meanwhile, analysts have drawn a predictable conclusion about the real value of Mitchell Saylor's Bitcoin assets. MicroStrategy currently holds roughly 762,000 coins of a digital gold, which at current prices are valued at 51 billion USD. Here's the interesting part. If the company for some reason tried to sell even half of its coins, it wouldn't be able to do so because of insufficient liquidity. Imagine about 370,000 bitcoins hitting and changes in a short period. The price would immediately crash like a stone because supply could not be absorbed by demand. Experts estimate that if all the coins were sold, the company could raise at most 20 billion USD. Therefore, MicroStrategy becomes a hostage to its own buy Bitcoin with all the money strategy. Now it has no chance but to keep buying or at least to sell. Of course, it can liquidate some of its holdings without a major loss. But at the moment, all of Saylor's Bitcoin investments are underwater. The average purchase price for the 762,000 coins is higher than the current price. Incidentally, MicroStrategy is currently valued at 57 billion USD. In other words, the company is essentially worth what its bitcoins are worth. On the 4-hour time frame, the price has dropped to the lower boundary of the sideways channel, formed a deviation, bounced from it, and may now rise again. The CHOCH line, which provides support for the upward correction, is at 65,500 USD. Breaking this line will mark the end of a month-and-a-half long correction. During the latest phase of the decline, two new bearish FEGs were formed. But if the flat continues, the internal patterns hold no significance. On the daily time frame, Ethereum continues to form a downtrend. There are three bearish patterns, all of them FEGs, which can be used as a potential areas for future short entries. However, despite a month and a half of correction, Ethereum has not even reached the nearest one. The closest FSG is located in the 2,480 USD, 2,630 zone, and this is the key area of interest for traders. The CHOCH level stands at 33.95. marking the last lower high. As long as the price remains below this level, the downtrend remains intact. On the 4-hour time frame, price broke out of the range and briefly formed what was looking an upward trend, but it faded very quickly. In a strong downtrend, any upside move should be treated as a correction by default. The past month and a half has clearly shown how difficult it is to trade these corrective moves. Below the trend line, as we see on the green line, lie the key targets for market makers, which is why we remain confident that the broader downtrend will continue. On the 4-hour chart, the only relevant POAs are the last 3 bearish FVGs. With the most recent one being fulfilled yesterday, the reaction from this area could trigger another leg lower. That's all for today. See you online soon and good luck.